Earlier this season, Cody released an ultimate guide to light, and a few weeks ago, Fenny released the top 4 meta heavy loadouts. Now it's my turn to bring you the top loadouts for each range on my favorite class, medium. Hey guys, it's Sam, and you're watching the Final Central. Before we begin, I want to shout out our Discord, as we have just broken 150 members. Whether you are looking for the finals news, people to play with, or want to join a community tournament, we've got you covered. Speaking of community tournaments, we just hosted our first tournament, Cash Out Crash Out. You can find the VOD here on the channel and with the link down in the description. This guide is going to be broken into 3 parts, covering 3 ranges, close, medium, and long range. We will have chapters available to make navigating faster and easier. As we head towards the end of Season 6, medium is currently in a great spot. Weapons are feeling relatively balanced, and there's some options available in the gadgets section that really depend on the situation you are facing. As a dedicated medium player, understanding that my role as a medium is to provide support for my team has been something that I've had to learn. Medium fits the description of easy to learn, hard to master perfectly, with approachable weapons and equipment to get you started, but a gameplay loop that becomes more complex as you climb the ranks. Being an effective medium player means providing support in a variety of ways to your team, not just in damage. The loadouts I'll cover today do just that, provide support to my team in more ways than just base damage. And with that, let's get into our first loadout, close range. Playing close range is risky but rewarding. Medium lacks the health pool of heavy and the movement of light, so putting yourself in a bad situation can be really hard to bail yourself out of. Because of that, you want to bring something with high burst damage and equipment that can create space and distance yourself from your enemies. Our first loadout will start with the Dematerializer, also known as Demat. Demat is arguably the strongest specialization on medium, as it can create opportunities to prevent an enemy from stealing your cash box, providing angles that your team can get surprise damage in, and also help you traverse the environment faster. When playing close range, Demat is a must-have, as it allows you to get in and out of tight spaces much easier than if you did not have it. Have a team holding a tight choke? Demat behind them or under them to let your team get the jump. Have a heavy that is fleeing up some stairs from you? Demat the stairs and bring them right back in front of you. There's countless plays you can make with Demat that make it just that good. Demat is also incredible at preventing steals, as you can demat the floor beneath the cash box that is being stolen, causing the steal to be interrupted and putting enemies out of position. It's so good, in fact, that I'd recommend it in all loadouts on medium, unless you already have one on your team. Now that we have a way to get in and out of the fight, we need something that we can capitalize on for quick damage bursts. That brings me to the Cerberus. Now, before I get into the Cerberus, I know there's somebody already running to the comments saying, "But Sam, the model is so good." And you're right, it's pretty good, but in terms of support, the Cerberus provides more tools to us. First, the Cerberus just has a high damage output against all classes. It allows us to be up close and personal with lights, mediums, and heavies. It makes them fear us if they are out of position or outclassed. With the incendiary damage provided with the Cerberus, we can provide lasting damage over time that can help us trade out our deaths. The incendiary rounds of the Cerberus also work great against teams running goo or gas, allowing counterplay against these equipment. Next, let's talk equipment. First up is the Defib. If you aren't running it, you shouldn't be playing medium. Defib is the strongest gadget on medium, and is honestly the reason you should be playing medium at all. Being able to quickly revive a teammate who just got a pick allows you to turn the tides in a team fight. It's a no-brainer. Next, we are taking some sort of movement gadget, either bounce pad or zipline. Personally, I prefer bounce pad, as it provides a quick way to get vertical, but also allows us to dock over cash boxes. Now you might be thinking, who cares about knocking over cash boxes? Knocking over a cash box prevents enemies attempting to steal from having free cover to protect their head. There is not a single angle on the cash box on its side where a player is fully protected when stealing. You can use a bounce pad to pry up the corner of the cash box and knock it over easily. Then just pick up the pad to have your cooldown refreshed. Having either bounce pad or zipline I think is essential as well, as it enables movement to your other non-light teammates. Keep in mind though, that both can be used by enemy players, so you want to be careful about placement or even consider breaking them after using. We have one more slot to talk about for close range, and that's going to be our most situational one. Ideally, if I'm running a shotgun or a close range weapon on medium, I'm bringing Goo Grenade. Goo Grenades do so much, and we are seeing even more increases in usage between pro and casual play. Being able to almost instantly create a barricade in front of you is insanely good for medium, as it allows you to get out of a sticky situation easier. Being backed into a corner, throw a grenade in front of you and then demat the wall behind you for an escape. Once out, rematerialize that wall so the enemy can't chase you. Another viable option that I don't see people run is explosive mine. Are you being chased by another player that is just out of range with their weapon? Drop this mine at your feet and watch them take meaningful damage quick. Once they are hit, turn around and quickly finish the job. Moving on, medium range gives us a bit more variety to choose from. For specialization, we are going to still take Demat for all of the reasons mentioned earlier. However, if you are running a double medium comp, switch this out for heal beam instead. 2 Demats typically wind up causing more harm than good, unless your team is very rehearsed. For weapon, we are taking either the FAMAS or the FCAR. For some of you, you may remember that I was very FCAR coded when making my return to the finals, but I can say confidently that in Season 6 I've spent more time running the FAMAS. Even with its minor range nerf earlier this season, the range and burst damage output is too good to pass up, and the hipfire is surprisingly really effective when being rushed down by that annoying light player. Both the FCAR and the FAMAS are totally viable options, and I'd say pick whichever one you are more confident on. For equipment, we are again going to take the bounce pad or zipline and the Defib. Where we switch things up is in that last slot. Now personally, when loading into a match, I like to immediately look at the scoreboard to see what I'm up against. If I see teams of 2 or more mediums, I'm taking Glitch Mine. Glitch Mine allows us to temporarily stop other players from using abilities, especially the mediums and their Defibs. Once our team has confirmed a kill, run up to the trophy and place your Glitch Mine on it. Now the medium cannot hit and run Defib. It will be stuck either shooting off the mine or caught with the equipment in their hand. Glitch Mine is also great in scenarios where you want to prevent equipment usage, but listen to what I just said, prevent. Glitch Mine does not work the same way as glitch grenades on light. It will not turn off an already active dome shield, but it will prevent or stop a heavy from holding that shield up, for example. Another equipment option is Gas Mine. I have started using this more when playing against other comps, especially when I play with a heavy I know is running C4. I'm sure it's no surprise that gas mines are very effective at stopping the steal of a cash out. When playing with a heavy that has C4, you can place your mines next to the C4 charge on the cash box. When the steal starts, have your heavy detonate the C4, which will also detonate the mines, enveloping the entire area in toxic gas. Keep in mind though, if a team is running flamethrower, which the odds are low but never zero, they can cancel your gas. The same is true with the Cerberus or even a fire barrel. The last equipment option I'd say is goo grenades. Because they provide instant cover that isn't easy to break, goo grenades can really help your team secure the steal on a cash out. It also provides cover that you can use to stay alive. You can also use them to get into higher areas if you don't want to waste your bounce pad or zipline, but keep in mind enemies can use it as well if you don't break it. Our final loadout is for long range. For weapon, I'm taking the Pike. If you've been around this channel for a while, you know that I typically say the Pike is overrated. However, after watching the Pro Ups Championship Series and specifically T Mills rocking it, I'm changed. The Pike is a beast at range, able to deal some really heavy damage while you're out of meaningful range for a lot of Season 6's current weapon meta. The one downfall to the Pike is its close to mid-range performance, as it can be very hard to hit fast-moving targets consistently. The hipfire is okay, but you do need to be pretty close for it to be effective, and it is really risky. For specialization, I'm still recommending Demat, but turret or heal beam is not bad either, just depending on what your team is doing. If you are playing back further from your team alone, I'd recommend turret or Demat, as these work well with solo usage, and the turret especially can help keep enemies' health regen from kicking off. It can also help zone lights that are peeling to come take care of you. Demat is great because it allows you to escape if you are low. Say someone is using a Pike or another ranged weapon against you and you are low. You can demat the floor beneath you to instantly have cover and take a moment to regen your health. Heal beam is solid if your team is with you and poking from a distance, but I will say this is less likely to be the case in the finals. For equipment, of course we are once again taking Defib and bounce pad or zipline. For the last slot, I do recommend something that can provide value while you are further away. Because of this, I'm taking gas mines, as I can set it and forget it and go back to playing from distance. With the Pike, it's also easy to shoot my own mines and detonate them if necessary to prevent the steal on the cash box. You can of course run the other mines like explosive or glitch, but to me, the value from gas is the highest in this style of loadout. And that's it. Remember, when playing medium, your goal is to provide as much support as possible to your team, whether that's helping get your heavy in and out of the fight, doing some damage to help your light clean up the fight, or preventing the enemy from stealing the cash box. These loadouts should help you gain some RS and climb the ranks. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Disagree with my takes? Let me know down in the comments. Want more of the finals content? Make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see you around the arena.